107.5 WGCI, the Shine's #1 for hip hop and R&B. You know what it is, baby. Your boy, shortest damn man on the radio, the 5-footer Kyle Santillian, Mr. We're all the same height, laying down. And I got a guest in here right. What? You disagree? I got a guest in here right now.
I'm not disagreeing.
Okay. I got a guest in here right now. She was giving me a little flack a second ago. Miss Asiahn is here.
Hi,
good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm sleepy, but I'm here. Blessed. Not stressed.
Yeah, you just came in from L.A.
Bougie, book.
We got to talk about what you have going on because I was doing a little research on you. You know what I mean? And no, this is good. This is good.
Okay.
This is good because I feel like every artist has a trajectory, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You start from a certain place and you start building up your resume, and then you get to a certain point, and now it's about getting people to know who you are as an artist. You know what I mean? And you've been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You have some things on your resume right now, pretty nice. You know, 3 Grammy nominations.
I do what I can do when I can do it. You know what I'm saying?
But before we get into all of that, I just want the people, that are listening right now who may have never heard you before, never seen you before. Who is Asiahn?
Asiahn is an artist in the truest form. I sing, songwrite, I play instruments, paint. I do all types of weird stuff. I love anime. I'm thick. I'm not the industry standard of what a star or an artist should look like, and that works for me because who wants to be normal like everybody else anyway?
I feel that.
Born in Jersey, raised in the Carolinas.
Oh, hold on, slow down. We're at in Jersey.
Patterson.
The hood. So I was born in Philadelphia, but I was raised in South Jersey. Franklinville, New Jersey.
Oh, so you know about.
Yeah. Yeah. So you were raised in South Carolina?
I was raised in South Carolina, Charleston. That's what I claim because like in high school, those were like pivotal years of growing up. So that's where I was for high school. So I'm like, yo, Charleston on the map. You know what's up, y'all.
So did you start your musical journey in New Jersey or in Charleston?
Actually, I started in Charlotte.
Okay, talk to me.
I started in Charlotte. Like the first thing, when I knew I wanted to be a singer for real, I sang the national anthem at a Hornets game.
Get out of here.
I was super little. They messed up my name. And when I walked out, I was on the mic and I was like, but they messed up my name. It's so funny and cute. But then I sang the national anthem. Then everybody was like, at the end, and I was like, ooh, I want to do this all the time.
But even before that, you had to have been doing some sort of singing, some sort of musical, expressing your musical talent in order to get that spot to open up.
Just singing and doing like little, they have these things called Coca-Cola culture jams, right, in Charlotte. And I won like all of them. So I just used to, my mom would let me go perform and do whatever I wanted to do. And I would just sing around the house. They would tell me to shut up. All my siblings like, shut up, we don't let you sing anymore.
How many siblings you have?
I have an older sister and a younger brother.
Y'all used to fight a lot?
Yeah.
Fist fight?
Yeah, but I beat people up, so they would leave me alone. Like, you know how siblings, like, do stuff and, like, fart on each other? They play games like that. They would never play those games with me because I would swing.
Because you take it too far.
I take it too far because, like, that's nasty. Don't do that. So, yeah. Those are my.
That is hilarious. All right, so as a kid, you're singing around the house. You're
singing around the
going.
house, and my mom was like, so she said I was 2. And something was playing. She thought something was playing, but I was just kind of like humming along some words. She was like, turn it down. And she was like, that's not that. That's Asiahn. She came, looked down the steps like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprised your mom. Your mom's like, oh, she got some talent.
She got a little something in here.
2-year-old Tyler with talent.
Then, all your family members want you to sing at their weddings and whatnot. And so that started happening, and it just started kind of picking up from there.
How about the instruments? How many instruments do you play?
Ooh, I started with violin, but then I realized all the cool kids was in bands, so then I left and started clarinet, master clarinet, bass clarinet, flute, trumpet, saxophone, piano, guitar, and bass guitar.
Damn, how do you learn so many instruments?
Honestly, it's not that hard once you really know the core principles of music, like it really just goes to the fingers at that point.
But that's what I mean, like playing, like I was in band as a kid, right? So I played the trumpet for a few years.
Right.
But playing the trumpet is, yes, you read the notes on the page the same.
Completely
but it's
different
not
from
the same
playing
as playing a piano or playing a saxophone.
So it's just really just memorizing the different hand segments and like stuff like that. It's just, I don't know, I'm really nerdy. Like once I get into something, once I learn it all, I'm like, okay, I gotta go learn something else because I'm sick of this.
Yeah. All right, so you're doing all of those things as a kid. You're playing instruments, you're singing around the house, you're winning talent shows, you're singing for Hornets games, and it leads you into the music industry. Now you have all this talent, but now you're finding a place to actually put your energy into it.
Right.
Right?
I actually started out as an artist at 15. I would go back and forth between Charleston and Atlanta, like on a Greyhound bus by myself, like every other week to go record. And then I would record at Ludacris's house, which was crazy. He was on my demo.
That's crazy.
Another part that's nuts.
Yeah.
But I used to just go back and forth and start recording. And then at a certain point, I started touring. Like I opened up for like... I opened up for Luda and Kanye in Tennessee, like the day of my graduation. Like I didn't walk. I was like, y'all got that.
Y'all got that. I'm busy.
Everybody go walk the stage, but everybody can't open up for these niggas, so I'm out of here. Right. I'm gone. See you later. Just mail me my diploma, please. Yeah. Thanks.
So listen, you just had this recent project out, Love Train 2.
Yes.
I listened to the whole thing. I was telling Mariah, I said, you know what, this is Lord, you're playing right here. I said, this album is dope on some sexy stuff. Like, you can't play this album with clothes on. You got to get naked as soon as
wait a minute.
I mean? You feel what I'm saying? It's like one of them type of albums.
It's definitely a vibe.
Yeah.
It's definitely a vibe. I don't know why my voice just exudes sexy. I don't know. It wasn't on purpose. Because I'm talking about some real stuff in there. So like for people like, oh, this song is so sexy. I'm like, I'm talking about leaving somebody, right? It's just like it don't matter. But it sound good.
You gonna leave them in a way that makes them like, damn, like, you know what I mean?
Why do that?
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things you sing about here and you're very open about is your sexuality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want to ask the question, are you all the way like 100% only dealing with women?
Yeah.
Or are you like, some people that will experiment on both sides and, where are we at with it?
I'm a lesbian.
No dude has a shot. A guy right now look at you like, yo, Asiahn is bad. I'm trying to see what's up with it.
You know what's funny? Somebody this morning, I looked at my DMs and they were like, you don't need a queen, you need a king like me. And I was like, it's men like you. That is the reason why I can't. Like, y'all, it's just...
Really?
I've been looking at butts since... I was going to curse and I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
I've been looking at butts since kindergarten. I used to get in trouble for staring at them, like on women. Right. And like when you're young, you don't really know what that feeling is. Like when you just like, all my little homegirls like, oh, I like Johnny, but I'm like, oh, I like Sarah.
So you've always liked women, but you just made the statement a second ago, is dudes like that to kind of push you in this direction. So
no, it's not push me in that direction, but it's like every guy thinks he's the one that's gonna bring me over to that side.
But
it's
that's
like,
just
why?
guys.
Why? I think it's an ego thing, and it's like
it's a challenge.
I think that's why guys don't care. They do not care that I'm lesbian at all. Especially if they see that I'm thick, they're like, "Ain't no way, man! Like that ain't even fair."
Well, let's be honest. I'm thinking a lot of guys have the fantasy of having two women, so they feel like if they could turn a lesbian, then maybe he can just get involved with the lesbian and her friend.
But see, then they gotta really think about it. Like, a lesbian is still a woman. You think a woman want to share you with somebody else? Like, I don't know why guys have that innate thought that, okay, I'm going to turn this lesbian and now we just finna have girlfriends.
Just because she's a lesbian
it doesn't mean she's going to be open to sharing you. If a woman's in love with you, they're not going to want to share you with nobody. I mean, every once in a while, maybe for your birthday, if they down with it.
Ain't nobody say nothing about love.
If they would, but listen, it's called Love Train. Okay, Love Train 2. It's always about love. Everything's about love.
But since you brought it back to the album, let's talk about it, man. You have songs in there. Obviously, I just mentioned the fact that you do sing about your sexuality. For the people that haven't heard it yet, what are some of the other things that you're talking about on the album?
Well, primarily, I just talk about all the in-betweens. I feel like in songs about relationships nowadays, either, oh, I just met you in the club and I'm ready to, whatever, or it's like, I hate you, F you, get out my face. And it's like, where's the in-betweens? Like the stuff where you break up, you have your heart broken and you're trying to figure it all out, or you're just like in the phase of, in a relationship, you're not happy, you're uncomfortable, and you're like, man, I need to try something new. I can't even do this anymore. Yeah. Like, nobody talks about that stuff. Or come to the realization that you put more effort and love into a person than you put into yourself. And that's why, when they walked away, you kind of broke down because you put your happiness in somebody else, and it's not their job to make you happy.
I feel like that's the essence of R&B music. You know what I mean?
Right.
This whole debate was resurfaced again recently with the whole Jacquees thing. Mm-hmm. And then Diddy came on and said, well, if you want to be the king of R&B, y'all got to start making R&B music.
Right.
Because songs are not dealing with subject matter in the way that classic R&B used to deal with in terms of love, relationships, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And, it's a good song, but we all know Chris Brown's got the song F You Back to Sleep. Well, that's not necessarily dealing with some of the...
It's not dealing with the emotions.
The
it's like you
part of it,
can't
right.
just have sex and everything be cool. Like, people need to heal. And I feel like that's why the world is kind of where it's at, because there's a lot of broken people, a lot of people who haven't healed from their past traumas before they get into something new or another relationship. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the stuff that don't nobody else want to talk about. Let's talk about how, so Love Train 2 is part of a series. I put out Love Train, an EP, in 2017.
Okay.
So basically, if you listen from Love Train all the way through Love Train 2, it's an entire story from top to bottom. You can listen and hear the journey of a relationship.
Right.
Like, so at the beginning of Love Train, I started where I was broken up with somebody. I was like, I don't want to be with them no more. Forget them. I want to go to the strip club. I want some girls playing in my hair. Like, what we talking about?
Talk about it.
You know what I mean?
Tell them what you want.
Tell them,
You know
like,
what I mean?
forget them. Like, you don't want to think about them.
Huh? Put some
But then
dollars in the G-string. You feel me?
Just a little tuition.
We
A
gonna
little
be friends.
tuition. A little clappery never hurt nobody.
Right.
So by the middle of that EP, I have a song called Truth. And then there's Truth Volume 2 in Love Train 2. So Truth on Love Train was talking about how I still love that person. Like, coming to the realization, like, dang, I still love this stupid person. Dang, I wonder what they doing. I wonder if they with somebody else.
Right.
Like, I really want to get back with this person. Coming to that realization is not easy for people.
Right.
To like come to the realization, like, okay, this person hurt me, but I still love them and I still want to give it a try.
Right.
So for Love Train, it went through that phase of giving this person a second chance. And then where Love Train 2 picks up off at is, I gave you a second chance, and now I think it's time for something new because you got me all the way bent.
You messed up the second chance.
You got me bent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then so Truth Volume 2 and Love Train 2 expresses how it's like, okay, I'm fed up and I can't be with you no more.
Let me tell you what I like about everything you just explained. It shows that lesbian relationships are just as messed up as heterosexual
They're all the
relationships.
same, and that's another thing. Like, the thing that's so
Y'all gonna
dope.
stop blaming it on guys. Apparently,
no, they
this
can't.
happens with everybody.
Oh no, these women. Listen,
Say it louder.
Listen, I was gonna say something, but I can't curse on the radio. So stop trying to force me to. No, but literally, like, it doesn't matter what your orientation is. We all go through the same pain. We all hurt the same. When we get cheated on, we all feel the same way
So we have
afterwards.
every right to say women are dogs too, huh?
Yes.
Women, y'all dogs.
Everybody, listen.
This is me.
It's
I
a
love
lot
this
of
interview.
it's a lot of dogs around here. Guys, girls, in between, trans, whatever. There's dogs everywhere. Roof. Like, they out here.
Hilarious. Yo, we're talking with Asiahn right now. The album is Love Train 2. Definitely pick it up. iTunes, everywhere that you can stream music,
Everywhere
right?
that you can stream.
You know what I mean? What I think is dope, I said the album, I think is very sensual, very sexy album is dope. I think you're very talented. You explain all the instruments that you play. I think you're very genuine. You know what I mean? You're talking about your life and things like that. I think you're going to go far.
Oh, thank you.
I think you're going to do well. Do you feel like the world, I feel like there hasn't been somebody that's openly lesbian that has become a superstar yet?
Yeah,
Can that
not
be
yet.
You?
That
Can
could be
you?
me. That's me.
Yeah.
I can. We manifest and we leave in cans and trying and all that stuff in 2018. We're
Yeah.
only doing in 2019.
The bigger you get, the more guys are going to try you, though.
And that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's all right?
That's okay.
All right.
I'm used to it now.
Last words for everybody listening or watching in Chicago, around the world. What would you want them to know about Asiahn?
You can find all my stuff at I Am Asiahn. My name is spelled ASIAHN. That's my website. That's my Instagram. That's all of that. Check me out. Get into it. Sit back, have a glass of wine. Like Kyle said, if you want to get naked, live
It's
your
gonna
best life.
happen.
Live your best.
How many songs on the album?
12.
You're Naked by song 4.
Yo, okay, I do have a request though. If you
Okay.
have babies to my music, I get first dibs on name and middle names. I'm telling everybody, cause listen, if I know what's happening. I know people having babies to my music. I know it.
You don't want that pressure. You don't want that.
I'm really good baby namer though.
Okay. All right. If when it happens,
I should put that in my bio.
They're going to be all in your DMs talking about name my baby.
No, I'm pretty sure I have some nieces and nephews at this point.
Okay.
I'm here for it though.
All right. No, there it is,
Spread
man.
love
I wish
and
you the
create
best
love.
of luck. I think the project is great, and I think you're going to do big things. So it was a pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you so much for having
Asiahn
me.
hanging out with me today. Huh? How about that?
Hey.
No doubt. WGCI.